Hey chosen one, I am back with yet another video. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, family, good night, wherever you are. Thank you so much for being here. You could have been anywhere else in the world right now, but you are sharing some of your 24 with me, and I love you so much for it. To all of my new subscribers, thank you so much. I'm pretty sure you are subscribed to a plethora of other YouTube channels, so for me to be in that number, I am blessed and highly grateful. To all of my A1 Day 1 subscribers who got it out the mud with me, thank you so much. I wouldn't be here if it was for you and the Most High. All right. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and join the family. This is going to piggyback off of another video that I posted. I posted a video on domestic violence awareness. Like I said before, I will be getting into my story more when the Most High tells me, all right, go ahead and release it. I tell you the ins and outs, and I'll also tell you how I got out of it. But the main key is to plan ahead. But, I can show you where to drink, but I can't make you drink. All right. I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. So with that being said, it would be irresponsible of me to just say, hey, do this to get out of the relationship. And then you're just like, what? You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. Due to the time constraints on my schedule, I will probably have to go ahead and go live. For my first time on YouTube, when I first started my channel, they wouldn't let me go live. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, you don't have enough people watching, so you can't go live yet. So now that I have, a couple of views and a good amount of subscribers, I guess they have unlocked that level for me. So praise be to the Most High and to you, chosen one, because you also helped as well. So be on the lookout for that. All right, because child, that's a sit down. But anyway, so the other day, this is gonna piggyback off of my earlier video, which I already said at the beginning of this video. It was this young man. He commented and he said, you need to start making content, and you need to make sure that you're not secluding just women. Okay, you're not just secluding women to being abused. It goes both ways, which is true. You have women out there who are being physically abused by men, and then you have men out there who are being physically abused by women. Now, when it comes down to it, people are like, oh, why she don't talk about the mental and the verbal and emotional abuse? The reason why I'm really not embarking upon that, because in my earlier videos I talked to you about spiritual discernment. I talked to you about how to discern between somebody that God and the enemy has sent. So if you don't know, or if you're on the fence about somebody that you're interested in, and you're just like, what? Go ahead and scroll and watch some of my videos, because I give you plenty of signs and symptoms of somebody who God did not send to you. All right. So with that being said, I took what he said and I actually succumbed to it. I'm like, you know what? He's right. So, whenever I post my content, it's not only for my women out there. It's not only for my men. It's for both. It's for chosen ones. That's why the channel is called One Chosen One. But I do understand where he's coming from. He's absolutely right. So this goes both ways. I was about to say something, but I'm glad I didn't. God was like, no, that is not of me. So what you talking about? All right, great. I just want to touch on this topic really quick. When you are in an abusive relationship, of course the physical, I'm talking about, domestic violence. But with that being said, when you are in an abusive relationship, the emotional, the psychological, the verbal abuse goes hand in hand, and they're intertwined. Usually it starts off with the psychological abuse. It starts off with the emotional abuse. It starts off with the verbal abuse, and then it equates to the physical abuse. So that's why I really don't touch much on it these days, because I've already had in my past videos. So what I say primarily is, when you are getting to know somebody in a relationship, you need to get to know them. When I say that, I don't mean to be talking about, oh, what's your favorite food and where you want it. No. We're not doing that. When I say get to know somebody, you need to find out what makes them tick. Okay? What makes them happy? What makes them sad? What makes them mad? How do they handle success? How do they handle failure? How do they handle when they are being mistreated? Okay, how do they handle feeling depleted? Who do they speak to? Who do they believe in? That's a big question. Because if they don't believe in the Most High, baby, let me tell you something. everybody has their own beliefs, and I'm not knocking nothing, but I know what mine has did for me. I know what my God has done for me, so I think that I'm going to stand on that. If somebody does not have a higher power to answer to, or they don't have a higher power, and they don't have that relationship with that higher power, baby, they're going to lead you nowhere. All right, but hey, another video, another time. I probably already got a video saying that. I'm pretty sure I do. But anyway, when it comes down to it, when you get to, make sure you get to know somebody, because that is going to equate in how your relationship is going to start and how it's going to end. All right, so let's say if you are getting to know somebody, y'all are out on a date, or you're just talking in the car or whatever, and y'all just politicking, y'all just getting into it. Ask that person, how did they grow up? What do they see growing up? Now, I don't mean be like, I don't mean have the clipboard and be interrogating them like you're interrogating them and they're on the first 48. No. Just ask them genuine questions that you want to know. And thank you, Holy Spirit, the good key in that as well is make sure that you share your experiences. When you ask them something and they tell you, piggyback and give that same respect to them. Or even if you want to, if you're a giver like me, you probably are, if you're an empath and a chosen one, you would ask a question, and then you would tell your story first, and then you would let them. That makes them a little bit more comfortable, because you have to think about it. I remember, with my situation, I never asked him, how did you grow up? I never asked him, what was the dynamic that you saw between your mother and father? How did they show each other that they love each other? How did they handle disputes? How did they handle them disagreeing with each other? I never asked those questions. Now I do, because they're very important, because guess what? It depends on what the person that you are dealing with, what did they see growing up? Did they see love, or did they see turmoil? Nobody's relationship is perfect, but there is a certain way to handle certain situations. There's a right and a wrong way when it comes to disagreements, especially within the household. So you have to make sure that you're actually taking the time out and asking them these questions, because they can help you in the future. Stop trying to have sex and lay down with everybody. It's not about that. Because once you get caught up in a soul tie, then what? Then you're going to be looking crazy. Then you're going to be heartsick and lovesick. Then you ain't going to know what to do. Baby, it's 2023. We ain't got time for that. Tighten up. Okay? I come out of a respectable position. Okay? Don't take offense to it. I'm just saying. So make sure you take the time to get to know that person and ask them, when your mom and your dad disagreed on certain things, how did they handle it? Did they sit down and talk about it? Was it a heated argument? Did you hear fists flying? Did you hear blows land? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? What did you see? Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, that person is going to tell you everything you need to know about how they are going to handle a situation when it comes to you. When you are first getting to know somebody, of course you want to put your best foot forward. Of course you want to, put your salesperson out there. If you keep it at 100, you want to put your best foot forward and put your best face on, because you want to make sure that, you want that person to think that, hey, this is what you're going to get all the time, which is unrealistic. But it's innate. You can't help it. That's just how it is, which is understandable. We are humans, anyway, it's inevitable. That was the word I was looking for. But when it comes down to it, when it comes down to somebody that you are dealing with, or somebody that you're interested in, or somebody that you can see the future with, you have to understand that they are going to go one of 2 ways. No, I put 3. I'm going to go ahead and do the third one first. The third one is going to be the combination of the first 2 I'm about to say, okay? The first way, they are going to handle their disagreements. They're going to handle their anger in a healthy manner. They're going to sit down. They're going to talk about it with you. They're going to listen. I said listen. Listen. They're going to be able to express their feelings. A lot of us are attracted to emotionally unavailable people. It's not going to work. That's why you get to know somebody before you lay in the bed with them. Y'all be so quick to lay in the bed and, for a few oohs and ahs. We don't have time for that. Because at the end of the day, when they hurt you past the point of no return, then what you going to do? You're going to be looking crazy. We don't have time for that. I keep saying that. And I'm coming from a warm place. I'm only getting like this because I've lived through it, but I don't want nobody else to make the same mistakes I did. Why would you do that if I'm telling you what to do and what not to do? I'm sorry, back to this topic. Number 2, they're going to handle their anger. They're going to handle their sadness. They might even get depressed. You never know in a relationship. Different relationships have different alleys to go. I mean, that's just how it is. That's life. But at the end of the day, they're going to handle it in a physical way. They're going to take their anger out on you. You have to make sure that you watch out for that by asking them and getting to know them. What did you see growing up? How did your parents handle failure? How did your parents handle success? Or even though you could break them in by saying, what is something that you did in your childhood, you got caught and your parents found out about it, and see what they say. See how, but some people are going to clam up when it comes to sensitive subjects. That's not really a red flag. The red flag is them not telling you. That's the red flag, because you want to get to know each other. And another one. Don't be out here pouring out your heart, your soul, your mind, your body. Don't be doing all that and telling everybody your past and what's going on. Stop telling everybody everything. That was my mistake. I went out here telling everybody everything, questions they didn't even ask, and then when they use it against me, I'm looking crazy, but only because I'm a pure person. I don't have anything to hide, so I'm going to tell you things that you ain't even asked, simply because that's just who I am. I'm a giver. But that could be detrimental to your health as well. So instead of just wanting to lay down with somebody because they're cute, or lay down because they have this, or lay down with them because they have that, or wanting to jump into a relationship so quick, get to know these people. Because if you don't you have to be friends first. If you don't get to know this person before you're in a relationship, by the time you get to a relationship, they're, oh yeah, I got her now. Or yeah, I got him now. I can be who I really am. It's going to be too late. And then you're going to be like, dang, I should have listened to Chosen One. I should have listened to her. She knew what she was talking about. Don't make the same mistakes I did, Chosen One. All right, I don't mean to yell. I'm just very passionate about what I've been through, and I'm very passionate about not allowing and helping others to not go through what I've been through. All right, Chosen One. So I hope this video has helped you. Make sure that you share this with somebody that you know. All right, and just kind of lean on the peace that surpasses all understanding. Lean on that, because that's going to help you. All right, Chosen One. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed my video. I love you, but God loves you more. All right, Chosen One. Dream, snooze, or lose. You choose, Chosen One. All right, until next time. Bye.